So tomorrow, barring me feeling too sick, I'm most likely going to be streaming. The real question I have for you guys is, are enough of you guys out of school to where I could do like an earlier stream, like 10 or 11 Eastern time, or are you guys still kind of in school and prefer like, later 3 o'clock-ish stream? I don't want to stream too late, but I don't want to, stream too early if people are still going to be in school. Like, I'd like to do a stream for some European people, but, I kind of want to get a good mix in, but just let me know if enough of you guys are out of school. I'll do an earlier stream. If not, we can go later. But anyways, hey guys, wow, we got a game here today against, I forgot to check the guy's name. That's smart of me. It'll be in the title, at the very least. So, using the team you guys have seen plenty of times already. I did actually switch up that Breloom to a Garchomp, which I'm going to be testing in the next few days when I get more battles with this. So, but for now, you still see a Breloom. But anyways, opponent's team, the main threats I'm going to look at on his end are going to be the Conkeldurr and the Greninja. To a lesser extent, Garchomp, just because I have enough Dragon Resistance and enough physical guys where I should be able to deal with it well enough. But Greninja, it's an all-around good dude. He has plenty of things that can potentially whittle down my Rotom, so the Greninja will definitely be able to, hit me hard really quick. And then with the Conkeldurr, the fact that I don't have as solid of a counter to it as I could, because my best thing I probably have is Landorus to take hits, but then again, he'll have Ice Punch, so I really just gotta make sure I am not caught in a weird situation. I should be okay, but leads on his end, I figured Greninja or Garchomp would lead off with, so I figured Landorus would be overall safe. If he leads with something else, I have plenty of pivots, but Landorus, like I said, should be in general safe, so he is going to lead off with the Greninja, so I can just go straight for U-turn. Don't really think he's going to be running Scarf, like most don't. If you're really going to run Scarf Greninja to beat Scarf Landorus, I feel like that's just a waste, but whatever the case, he does just go into Garchomp, because it's the best thing he really has to take a hit too early in the game, plus he doesn't want to send in anything else too early, which is understandable, plus he can get that Rough Skin working on me, but I'm going to go into Heat Train, because I figure I can get free rocks up with the balloon, because he's forced to waste a turn to try and break my balloon, and then hit me with Earthquake, so I get the free rocks up, but he goes out to the Mandibuzz, I guess, hoping I would just go for something to hit the Garchomp. That would be, only neutral to Mandibuzz, but rocks just seem safe, and I'm just going to go for Fire Blast. He just knocks off, which is kind of redundant because of the fact that it pops a balloon anyways, but I go for another Fire Blast just because I want to either force him to die later, or I want to force him to defog so that he's just going to be useless later, but he just goes for Roost to be safe and preserve his thing for later, which is just fine by me because I get to keep applying potential pressure, because eventually if he wants a defog, he's just going to have to sack the thing, but he is just going to switch out to Heat Train safely, knowing I'm just going to keep going for Fire Blast. But since I see the leftovers, I can safely go for Earth Power, knowing that I'm at no risk to it, so that's what I proceed to do. He knows I'm going to go for another Earth Power, so he's going to safely go into Conkeldurr, which by that damage, I am thinking he might not be Assault Vest, he might be running something weird, so I just decide to go straight for Fire Blast, but he's going to take me out with the Mach Punch, so I'm going to assume it's Choice Banded, especially after seeing that damage on the Breloom. It's very, very convincing that it is Choice Banded, but I knew Breloom could take it well enough, and then I could fire off a Bullet Seed. If not, fire off Bullet Seed anyways, hoping he might, on the off chance that I Choice Banded, but I was more working off the assumption of Choice Banded, but I only hit Bullet Seed twice, but I'm able to revenge him with Mach Punch, which kind of sucks that I have to go for Mach Punch just because that's an extra Life Orb I have to do, but it's not a huge deal. But anyways, Deontay is going to come in right here. I'm not too scared of it in general. Like, Deontay never seems like it's a threat to me, but I look up the speed really quick, and I realize that my Breloom should be able to outspeed Deontay before Mega-ing, which means its speed will stay on the turn it Megas, so I should be able to outspeed it and take him out, which I am able to with just 2 hits from the Bullet Seeds. That's great. So take that out, and it's not even a problem. Like, it wouldn't have been a problem since I still had Scizor, or wouldn't have been a problem. But bringing in Garchomp, I'm just going to safely go for Mach Punch, get extra damage off, see who's kind of got working. I see the Stone Edge off of him, I guess he was hoping I was just going to switch out to Landorus or something, just because I might not want to take some weird hit, but I just killed myself, and then since I figured that I also didn't know what his moveset was, I want to go to Scizor and safely just revenge him with Bullet Punch. But he's just going to safely switch out to Heat Train, knowing I'd probably just want to do that. I wasn't really in a position where I needed to predict to switch out to Heat Train, because I have plenty of safe switch-ins, mainly the Rotom, and I'm not too scared of Heat Train in general, so I figured I could play it a little bit safer there, which was fine and dandy, because I get the free switch into Rotom, because he can't do much to me with the Lava Plume, and I'm sitting pretty safely right now. So Hydro Pump happens. I score a crit, which it's gonna matter, but it's also not gonna matter the greatest amounts later. But he does get rocks up. It's mainly just the survivability of Heatran, which would have just changed what moves I was gonna go for later, which I don't know if it really would have mattered that much. I don't think it would have, but whatever the case, I thought maybe predicting the Hydro Pump, he's going to switch out to something else, or more or less that I could kill him off the Volt Switch, but he goes into Garchomp, which obviously takes Volt Switch, and then he scores a Revenge Crit of his own, which kills my Rotom, which in the long run isn't too huge, because I already weakened the Heatran well enough to where I won't have problems with it, so I can just go into Scizor right here. Since he's locked in Outrage, he's forced to stand, and I'm able to kill him off with a Bullet Punch. I take Rough Skin, who gives a shit. But his Greninja is going to come in, which I guess is more or less what I was predicting to come in on my Hydro Pump. But I figure I should be able to take a hit, because I'm going to assume that he's not going to be, or have the HP Fire, because a lot of them don't carry that right now. Because if he's anything like the standard Greninja, I should be able to take a Hydro Pump and then hit him with a U-turn. So that's kind of the exception I was working off. I do take it, but I am going to die from Rock Switch-ins, which kind of sucks. But at the very least, I get a substantial amount of damage off on the Greninja, and I'm able to go to Landorus right there and just revenge him with the U-turn and be done with it. But off of the U-turn, I'm going to go into Scizor just because it'll die from rocks, and it'll basically be a blind switch-in for both sides. But knowing what he has left, I kind of have the better blind switch-in a sense, because I know he has Heatran and Mandibuzz, which Greninja deals with both. And the move I was talking about earlier, why the crit might have mattered, is the fact that I would have been forced to go for Hydro Pump, and if it missed, it would have sucked, but, you know, whatever. But I was talking about with Dark Pulse just because I wanted the safe non-miss move, which it doesn't miss, and it hits, and it kills, and Mandibuzz, it'll just die straight up to an Ice Beam, and that'll make it be the match, which, you know, if he somehow was able to kill Greninja without me critting his Heatran, I definitely would have been in a weird situation against a Mandibuzz, because I think all I had left was Landorus, but whatever the case, that is a match, so GG, guy. I really should have looked up his name before I, you know, narrated this, but fuck, whatever. It matters so much, but GG, guy, it was fun. Yeah, it was, you know, it was fun, blah, 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 but, yeah, that'll be it for this, but yeah, just let me know what would be better for you guys for a stream. It's just that I work with, and I'm trying to work with streams as far as my days off go, and I get really random days off, so I know a Tuesday stream might seem weird, but just have to roll with it. But yeah, just let me know what would work best for you guys, and we'll see what fucking happens. So hope you guys enjoyed. Such blah, recommend sub, and later, guys.